Hi there, my name is Brittany Flandrick, and I am doing a lesson on the three types of animals, which is domestic, wild, and barn animals. My objective for this lesson is they are able to identify these animals, the difference and similarities, and the different characteristics of these three types of animals. This lesson is aimed for third graders, so it's aimed for their level. How I'm going to start the lesson is I'm going to start it by asking them their favorite animals. However, because I don't actually have students to do this for, meaning to give me examples, I came up with my own examples. So the examples that I came up with, which was cow, lion, hippo, dog, cat, duck, horse, and chicken. I'm going to start my lesson. Boys and girls, these are some really great examples. Let's look at what we have. We have a cow, lion, hippo, dog, cat, duck, horse, and chicken. That is a huge variety of animals. You guys did a really wonderful job. Now, boys and girls, these are all different types of animals. And what's really cool is with these different types of animals comes different categories of animals. The three different types of animals we're going to talk about today are domestic animals, barn animals, and wild animals. How we're going to talk about these animals is we are going to separate the examples you gave me and we are going to put it into a table. A table is something you put on paper. It typically comes in the form of a rectangle, sometimes even a square, and it's a way for you to divide topics or categories into their differences and similarities. So I'm going to start by drawing our table. As you can see, it's a big rectangle for our first example. Instead of the three categories, I'm going to divide into three categories. So 1, 2, and 3. Very good. I'm going to put a little line on the top so we can put our categories. So as I stated, the first category we're going to talk about is barn animals. Barn animals are animals that you get meat, milk, and eggs from. So that's barn animals, and that's going to be our first category. Okay, the second category is wild animals. Wild animals are animals that are, well, they grow up in the wild and aren't really exposed to us or other humans. So we have wild animals. The third type of animal is a domestic animal. Now, that's a weird, that's a weird word to hear, domestic. So what is domestic? What does it even mean? The word domestic means home. So if we think of home animal, what kind of animal is it? Yeah, so it's an animal that you would probably have at home. So it's called a domestic or home animal. Domestic is what we're going to put in the third one. Okay? All right. So now that we have our 1, 2, 3 categories, we are going to sort the examples or your favorite animals into these categories. Now, the first one is a cow. What kind of animal do you think that is, based on the 3 categories? Is it something that is born and grown up in the wild? Probably not. Is it something you get meat, milk, or eggs from? Yeah, it is. So that would be a barn animal. Okay. How about a lion? Yeah, it would probably be a wild animal. How about a hippo? Is that something you can have as a pet at home? No. How about something you keep in a barn? Something you get meat, eggs, or milk from? No, you're right. So it'd be a wild animal. Okay. How about a dog? Right, because it's a home animal, right? Dog. How about a cat? Yeah, a cat would be a home animal, right? Okay, how about a duck? Is a duck a wild animal? Oh yeah, you're right, it would be a barn animal. How about a horse? Do you think that you could have a horse as a pet? Yeah, you can have a horse as a pet, sure. So you could have it in domestic, I guess. All right. How about in a barn? Yes, that's right. Okay. How about in the wild? Did you know that there are, in fact, wild horses? Yeah, so you could put horse in the wild section. Great. And last but not least, the chicken. Where would you think you'd put that? Yeah, in a barn. It would be the barn. Chicken. Very, very good. All right, boys and girls. So now that we have our three categories, let's summarize what we just put in there. So we have our barn animals, we have our cow, our duck, our horse, our chicken, and then we have our wild animals that are lion, our hippo, our horse, and then we have our domestic animals or our home animals, and that's the dog, the cat, and the horse. Very, very good. Now, boys and girls, I brought some pictures of some animals, and I want you to see if you can tell me where they would belong. And they're super cute. You're going to love it. Okay. How about this one? Where do you think this one would belong? You're right. It would belong with the barn animals. How about this one? Right. Where do you think that would go? Yeah, in the wild animals. Okay. How about this cute little kitty? Oh, yes, that's right. It'd be a domestic animal or a home animal. How about these guys? You know where these are? They're guinea pigs. Where do you think those go? Yeah, in the home animals or the domestic animals. How about this one? Yeah, those will go in the domestic animals. How about this one? Yeah, this one's kind of small. This is a duck. Yeah, and that would go in the barn animals. How about this one? Yeah, this one's a rooster. And this would go in the barn animals. How about this one? This would be a zebra, and that would go in the wild animals. And last but not least, a bear. That's right, and that would go in the wild animals. Good job, everyone. You guys did a really, really good job. You guys did a really awesome job with separating these three. At this time in the lesson, I would stop. I would then talk to them about a Venn diagram, which is very similar in the table, which is that it takes different ideas or concepts and it separates them into their similarities and their differences. A Venn diagram is typically made of circles, and because there's three different concepts, I would then separate it into three bubbles. I would separate them into three bubbles and I would put them together. So I would put one in the middle, okay, and then I would put them or two more on the sides. I would label one with a B for barn, one for a W, and one for a D for domestic. I would explain too that each of the outer bubbles that do not cross are the ones for the differences, and in the middle is all where the similarities are. I would then have the children go and do their own research on animals and other types of animals. They can do this individually or with partners. And I would have them separate 15 animals into the different categories or concepts, and even put some in the differences if they think they can find, or sorry, the similarities if they can find them. In the classroom, I would really like to put these pictures of these animals. I could have these up as well. I would put these up somewhere in the classroom so they could see the activity and go through it themselves. I would have a map of different places in the world, different animals. I would love to have encyclopedias with animals of different kinds that would tell where they live, what they eat, what they do. And I have a lot of animal books by different authors that I would love to put in there. And that's my lesson. Thank you so much.